Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So, we've moved into Capricorn, and not only did the Sun move into Capricorn, but Venus has moved into Capricorn, Mercury has gone direct, and Saturn has moved into Capricorn. So right now we're looking at 3 planets in Capricorn. It is Capricorn season. It's time to settle down, time to work hard. It gets dark early. It gets light late. The days are short, but we're on the other side of it and they're starting to get longer. So if you're a Capricorn, and my grandfather, you know, I talk about him all the time. He was my best friend. He was a Capricorn. His birthday was January 19th. So he was actually at the very end of Capricorn. And I almost sometimes wonder, because you know how back then they didn't keep really good records. I always wonder if he was really born on the 19th, or was he born on the 20th, or maybe the 18th. But the 19th just kind of sits with me, and I just think that anybody that ever met him, he is like the archetype of Capricorn. He came from a family of 13. His mother had 13 children, and she died very young. He was one of the older boys, and he got married and had my mom and my uncle, and you know, most of his siblings were a lot younger, and even the younger ones were not that much older than my mother was. He moved out of the Bronx, and he always worked. He always worked, most of the time, multiple jobs, which is a very Capricorn thing to do. Worked very hard and climbed to the top. At one point, he was a butcher. He was a butcher for A&P, and that's how I got the job. We didn't work in the same store, but both of us worked for A&P for a very long time. He worked as a butcher. He was the meat manager, and he was actually, and you know what, I'm going to show it to you on his birthday, on his video. I'm going to show it to you. He was in the flyer, and it happened to be the flyer that ran my birthday week, because the A&P was having the Italian feast sale, and they just thought that he was like the perfect Italian butcher, and he was on the cover of it. And I'm going to show you that flyer on his birthday on January 19th. But he was like the Capricorn. Slow and steady wins the race. Every week he saved part of his paycheck. He bought bonds. He did whatever. He paid off his house, and they always had nice cars, and they put a pool in the backyard, and then they upgraded and they put an in-the-ground pool in the backyard and a patio, and he climbed to the top. And he didn't even retire until I believe he was 70. He was a worker. That's what he did. That's very common of Capricorn. They're very they're ambitious, but they're not ambitious in the same way that Aries could be almost a rambunctious kind of ambitious. Capricorn is more about taking the steps and getting there. So now with these 3 planets in Capricorn, we're all starting to slow down and learn what we need to learn before moving ahead. Whereas sometimes Aries is just like, they don't look before they leap, and they're just like, you know. Capricorn is not like that. They're like, okay, we have to learn this first, and then we can move to the next thing. And if you're not done with it yet, well, then wait until you're done with it before you move on, because this is how you get to the top. It's how the goat travels up the ladder, or up the side of the mountain. So there's a lot of Capricorn energy, and sometimes it can be a little bit somber. Your Capricorn friends are probably not telling you what you want to hear, but what they honestly think, because they want what's best for you, and they're very down to earth. Whereas sometimes, you ever have that person that's just like, you know, tells you whatever they think you want to hear just to shut you up? That's not usually the Capricorn. Like, the Capricorn is like, you know, we'll take the steps and we'll get there. So we have a lot of energy, Capricorn energy, happening right now. And this time of the year, I always say, especially in the Northeast, it starts to feel a little bit somber. Christmas is over. The New Year's about to begin. The weather is cold. I think the high today was 25. It's like freezing. You know, it can be a little bit sad this time of the year. And a lot of us, I mean, God knows it affects me, get that seasonal, you know, kind of thing. So if you're a Capricorn and your birthday is coming up, I hope you have a great birthday, and you've got Venus traveling your sign along with Saturn, which means that this can also stabilize a relationship, and it could be a money relationship or it could be a love relationship. But when the two of them meet up, and they're meeting up now in Capricorn, it could be something very beneficial for you. All right, guys, if you like what we're doing here at the Magic Juncture, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.